There was a fuzzy thing on my shoulder.
When you have to go up and perform, like what's that like for you?
Example. When we were at church on Sunday,
Yeah.
Forrest here performed. Nope. Yes.
There's no one over there. There's just a tripod and a board.
Forrest here did a sermon, is what I meant to say. He didn't perform something.
Yeah.
But he did a sermon. And afterwards, this woman came up to talk to us and was like, how do you deal with stage fright? Like, what do you do? And I realized that something that scares me the most is speaking in front of people. But I've been put in all these positions lately where I have to speak in front of people. And I have to do it kind of well. And I told her something along the lines of, like, having grace for myself, and also, I guess, kind of changing the definition of, like, succeeding when speaking on stage. Like, it's not doing everything perfect and not making any mistakes. It's, like, being yourself and being comfortable to be vulnerable.
Yeah, that's a great way to phrase it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so that's something I'm kind of working through and realizing that, like, if I'm going to be on stage, I'm going to do it as me. And as me, I make mistakes and I stumble my words sometimes and I giggle at random stuff.
Case in point.
At random stuff, and that's me. So if people are going to hear me speak, better accept that that's what's probably going to happen. But yeah, that's kind of, I don't know what you asked me, but that's what.
No, I like that. I like that answer. And like going back to the sermon that I preached, like people laughed a lot, and it was like a number of those were jokes. A number of times they laughed were like because of jokes that I had written or planned, but a lot of it was me being myself and being relatable and being just just giving myself permission to be me, and like the funny flowed out of that, and it was kind of like we talked about in class where we invited people to laugh at what we think is funny, and that's kind of like I'm still blown away by the sermon 2 days ago because I was expecting it to be such a failure, like that specific crowd, like that church, like people who are amazing but just have different sensibilities than us. And I thought this is probably not going to go over well, and for them to respond in the way they did, like that was God showing up, and just revealing the truth that if you invite people to what you think is funny, to laugh, as opposed to grabbing them by the head and giving them a noogie and being like laugh, or shooting at their feet and going dance, but
No,
laugh.
I hate that part in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Spider had it coming.
Who?
Spider, the guy.
Spider-Man.
No, the
Joe
guy.
Pesci!
Yeah.
We're talking about Goodfellas.
Yeah. Well, this is cat lovers on campus getting coffee.
I have something to say.
Oh, sorry. You're flipping off the camera like yeah. I apologize.
That's what I have to say.
Yeah.
Did you just flip off the camera?
I did not.
Anyway, what I was going to say is, this kind of relates to my video series that I did a little bit of, which was, I'm winking, which was, which was learning how to love yourself, and something, a part of that is like learning how to love yourself and accept yourself when you're around other people. And that has been just a big journey and learning lesson. I've learned so many winks. A big lesson for me so far this year is learning how to accept who I am. That's it.
Yeah. And I like that you lift that cup in the way that you do. But no, I like that you were thoughtful about that process for you, and that you give yourself room to accept that that's a process, like of becoming yourself. And there are some times when you're harder on yourself than others, but it also gives you empathy with other people, and you're very like, if there's one thing that you're demanding about, it's that other people care for themselves, like that they don't talk down to themselves, and that they allow them to be whoever they are. Well, this is cat lovers on campus having a conversation
with coffee, featuring Nicole. And we're not starting over. Okay, we're done.